Welcome back to Politics Watch. This is Sir P. Now as the community known as Wilton Gardens, aka REMA, currently stands on the verge of breaking out into all-out chaos. People are wondering, when is it going to end? See, REMA is one of them communities where you go 1 whole year and you hear nothing a go on. Sometimes you'll even go 2 years and you hear nothing a go on. It's a little minor thing here and there, minor, a one killing or one killing there, but nothing major. And you think to yourself, boy, look like things really turn around. And then out of nowhere, all hell breaks loose. That's where REMA stay. It's one of them places there. REMA is a volatile community. Even when the man them round there decides them are cool, it don't take much for it spark up again. But as I was listening to an interview on RJR, they were interviewing a resident, a male resident. And well, two of them, I'm wanting to listen to the clip. Because you see, normally when they do the interviews, as soon as the media go in at certain communities, the highly trained and experienced kerosene normally force themselves to the front of the conversation, take over the mic, and start to tell us, oh, they're tired of the police them at the place, and they want the police at the place, and brave having the police them. Yeah. And people get the impression, say, see, the residents them don't want to deal with no police. One of the biggest smoke screen and easiest trick in the book. The kerosene, who is an agent, is trying to put it out there, because remember, the kerosene plays the role of, another role the kerosene plays to be the PR agent and spokesperson for criminals. And when she take over the microphone and tell people, oh boy, them tired of the police them in the area, they don't want no more police pass through because the police them cause the problem, that then put pressure on the police, because now the public will say, yeah, oh now we kids, see people them say they don't want anything around there, and now the police them take time ease off. That way the criminals them can do what them feel like. It's one of the oldest tricks in the book. People still fall for it. The reality is that law-abiding people in our inner city communities, people who just want to get up, go work, get up, open their shop, get up, run their business, these people, nothing make them happier than the police pull up into the place. I mean, obviously, Simple Simon, some men play the role of PR agent too, but a man simply cannot melt the public's heart like a woman can. All a woman have to do is start ball and say the police are wicked, we don't want them in the place, and that would cut right through the hearts of many Jamaicans. Not mine, but many. So I want to listen to a clip. Listen to a clip of the man them talk. Fed up of the foolishness. Check this out, let me get back to you in the commentary.
From them drop the barriers and put the police beside it. We need police to stand beside the barriers. Because you can't just put the barriers and nobody can no security. We need people to be secure in the area. Because without the barrier, without the police, nothing, no vibe for tension, keep on go on the vibes constantly go over. With the police, them things better off. So we need them to post on the location and stay there.
Mm-hmm. So I'm tired of war going.
Yeah, straightforward. Can't benefit no care, you know, no tight. And plus, we youth them have to go to school and show this, we youth them can't have full job themselves, can't do nothing. So come back and stress now coming to straight. So right now at 2021 right now I draw ready with and love right now. The peace thing and the war thing and a joking thing right now. And right now you can't have peace without love. I love ready with.
Want the peace. Bus they don't pass Spanish Town Road.
They go somewhere
just take one and go somewhere else, find someone for go.
And peace alone can't do it. A peace and love ready with. Because without love there can't be no peace.
Find somewhere else go.
Yeah.
Affecting bad. Bad. Both shopkeeper, resident in the area, people want for free, walk, party, do as them like. Them can't do that. People have to hide, stay in.
See, I'm glad to say it's a resident say that. I'm glad to say a REMA man or two REMA man come out and tell the people them that. Because there's only so much I can say. But when they hear it from the people them out, the people them who you can tell don't have a vested interest in criminal activity, at them time they really reach home. You hear what the man say? The man say, when war start, nothing can go on. No shop can open, no event can put on, picnic can walk on the road. How much time you have to tell me that? Anybody tell you say gangs and gang activity really help poor people? The next thing you need to do is offer them a unicorn. You have a reason, no, you have a reason right now. Anybody who tell you that, oh, the Don helps out the poor by giving them one treat and giving them and some book bag. Next thing you must say is, me have 2 unicorn for sale. Let me explain something to you. In some ways, in a lot of ways, a gang is no different from a crooked and shaky government. See, a crooked and shaky government pass laws that prevent people from having any kind of economic development and then swoop in with charity and handouts and expect to get credit for the handouts, when if they never had those ridiculous policies in the first place, the people them wouldn't need handout. A gang operate the same. A gang, their policies and behavior prevent poor people from truly elevating and having economic development. Then the gang swoop in and say, see one treat ya, see one 5,000 ya, see one shoes ya, see some food ya, and then people say, wow, them love the poor. Love the poor? They have unicorn for selling them. 2 for 1. They don't teach you this in criminology course in Canada. But Dan love poor and this love poor. Understand something. If it wasn't for your favorite gang, you wouldn't need no treat. If it wasn't for your favorite gang, you wouldn't need no handout. You wouldn't need no 5,000 and the money for buying no food and need for beg nobody nothing. Because you know what? Gangs halt economic development in the garrison. But that's what they want. They don't want poor people if you can't do what they want to do. As I said, just like certain politicians. Your favorite MP don't want poor people to have independence and can make them own money, because then you don't need him, and if you don't need him, then they can get rid of him when him step out of line. But if you need him for food and need him for shelter, no care where him do, you can't get rid of him. Or if you want to vote him out, you can't vote him out because you need him for the food. You need him for the handout, you need him for the medical bill, you need him for this and that. So the worst thing could have happened to your favorite MP is if people no longer, and that is why the hardest vote a politician can get is from a community full of people who are working, making good income. Them vote they hard to get. But notice, the most die-hearted, loyalist, warrior, not gonna know it no matter what them MP do, voters are poor people. And the reason why they feel so attached to their favorite MP is because they remember one time them MP did give them something and then they sick and MP give them $3,000 to go pay the bill and they didn't need this and MP and then they get locked up and MP pay the bill. That's why they're so loyal. But guess what? Them the sister the same politician's policy keeps them poor and keeps them dependent. A gang operate the same way. You see, Rima, your Tivoli, your Jungle, right, your Glendevon, the Hendon, your Salt Spring, these communities, if people were not afraid of these gangs, if people were not afraid of what will happen to them if them drive through in certain hours, you would see these communities rise overnight. You see West Kingston and them place there, Greenwich Farm, none of these communities are in some location that are, when you talk about economic development, when you talk about right place, when you in a real estate, them say location. It's enough of them inner city communities where in a downtown Kingston, or they around downtown Kingston, even the one them run on the coastline there, so in any other place, those communities would be booming. Look at any country in the world that have them kind of, you have Kingston, Auburn, communities are run across the road down. Anywhere else in the world, they'll be booming. They would be booming. There'll be skyscrapers lining those places gone straight down. But in Jamaica, you have all these communities in excellent areas, but no kind of economic development can go on. Look at downtown Kingston. They might try bring it back, but nobody really want to go downtown Kingston and go to business. Why? Because they're afraid. So make we talk about the ghetto. I don't want to stray from it. You see, the best party you can ever go to, the most fun, the most enjoyment you can ever get, if you talk about party, is from a ghetto party. Inner city parties are simply more fun than anything you'll ever find anywhere in Jamaica. There is no all-inclusive party as fun as we can find in our inner city community. The best the best dancers, the best selectors, first of all, the ghetto selector them better than the uptown selector them. That's just a fact. The inner city selector them, the man them work in the street party them, they are more entertaining than those boring generic selectors where you get at them all-inclusive party them. That's just the reality of the situation right so. But you know why your boring generic selector make far more money than your ghetto selector? Because people feel safe going to the event with the boring generic selector. It might not be as fun as the hardcore ghetto selector, but at least you know so when you park a car you come back come see it. And if you come back in the night you kinda tipsy and worse somebody will pull up on you. Bust off your chain, shot you 10 times and run and let your body on the ground. Safety is number one to human beings. This is normal human behavior. If Rima was safe, if Tivoli was safe, ghetto people would have reached until, listen man, you hear people that talk about Mobius scammer and Axie and Markex, you see some car downtown, you see some car on some house built up, run at some place, so now wonder what that. You know why those communities can't rise? You know why the shopkeeper when a Rima can't really make it past a certain level? It's because every time it look like he might get some growth. Every time it look like, alright, sales are increased, right? Alright, sales increase 25% month, year on year. Things all look good for me. Guess what? War start. Nobody now buy. Shop off the lock. Shop off the lock. You sell this and you sell that, right? People left from all over Jamaica come buy from you. He makes the war go on a Rima, he now go again. Business mash up. Who's causing that? Gangs. Violence. Crime and violence is detrimental to Jamaica's GDP and economic growth. But Simple Simon want to believe, say, because the favorite gang, right, put on one treat in the year. See there? Them love poor people. No, if they love poor people, they may drink bleach. Right? They would let me drink bleach or up and go along a dove cut and make the people them have the freedom to move around and do what they want to do. Which community that is living under, just call it what it is, tyranny. Inner city residents live under tyranny from gangs. If you live in a place where you can't even utter certain words without fear of death, you are under tyranny. And the little treat when them give you, and the book bag and whatever them give you, right? And the shoes money, that not cancel it out. It is tyranny. You live in a place where you have to whisper if you have to say certain words. What kind of lifestyle is that? What kind of freedom is that? You live in a place where children cannot go out, go play. Pick the lock up in a house. Like say them no GP or Horizon. Why should the residents of Rima or Jungle or Tivoli or any community for that matter be forced to lock up in their house because them fear gunshot or go catch them? These people are supposed to be free. Them not doing at Horizon. Remember me telling you, man in a jail or keep party and people that roll lock up in their house can't move. Afraid from how that goes so. How that goes, that doesn't make any sense. So the people that move free are prisoners. Mental prisoners. But as I say, Simple Simon and your favorite Wanga God, I will tell you say, yeah, but remember when time in the gear and in the gear. No, the best gift gangs can give poor people is to drink bleach. The people them, listen, poor people in need no handout. I don't want them to feel like say the reason why some people run a Tivoli or a Rima, and don't forget the keyword some people, because you better believe so enough people are on the side of these gangs and love the handout from them. But you have people There are people from the Maxfield and the Waltham, hard-working people who just want the ability to just maximize them potential. Them have something to sell, them have a service to offer, them the near, them the heels, them the nails, them the ear, very good. And if them they just have the freedom, if you know say them can invite them customers from anywhere in Jamaica for walk, come in the community anywhere at night, them are rich. No for them girls downtown who see the ear and nails, them better than anybody who ever meet in any salon anywhere in Jamaica. When you talk about raw talent, enough girls in the ghetto, they can plait ear and do ear better than anybody else. But them are dead for hungry. Them are dead for hungry because them customers can't go around in them communities because them afraid. Gangs destroy economic activity. But Simple Simon has to that. All them say I treat. We look on the treat, the big treat every year, Christmas time. And one heap of food, you give nobody no food, you give nobody no food. They done, they give you food, you give nobody no food. Rubbish. People wouldn't need no treat. People could have put on their own treat. So that's why I say gangs are similar to your favorite crooked politicians. Their policies and their actions prevent growth and development and prosperity. And then them turn around and say, see there, so one look at freeness, we sure love you. Yeah boy, look at man love you man, he come give you this. You know, she say you get tricked. You get tricked because if them just remove the invisible barrier, you wouldn't need no treat. You wouldn't need no handout. And that's why enough people left certain areas in Jamaica and got foreign. Right? And them have no heap of big formal education, them no degree or nothing. Some of them barely finished high school, but then can go foreign, whether it's the New York, whether it's the England, whether it's the Cayman, and next thing you know, them buy house a foreign, them build house a yard, them send pitney guard this year school and that school. And I think to yourself, but I don't remember him being a big education. No, because them have the talent. Them have the talent and the work ethic. But when time they run a Rema, when them they run a garden and them under the siege of criminals, them can't maximize them potential. Once that invisible barrier is removed, I know them can sit down now and shop at New York or sit down now and shop at Cayman and just say, you know what, now I go just do my work and people are going to hear about me and come. Your friend, you see them make money like you wonder if I scam them a scam. They might make so much money that people at Jamaica say, no sir, I can't legal work she do because all she do are nails. How she can make so much money? Yeah, that's because you don't know the potential. You don't know the potential of having certain skill or foreign in Jamaica. So having certain skills and talent, no do nothing for you. Because that's a service. And for a service really boom, right, then if you make your name and then people will come to you and your customers them increase and but if you live in a certain place, nobody now come, no care how you're good, nobody now go in a room and go in a ear. You could have been the best hairstylist in the world from 2 shot fire, nobody now go. The party could have been the nicest party in the world from people start dead, nobody now go around there. Who remember one time Passa did that? When Passa did that, not only did it have uptown people that go around there, people are flying from foreign to go Passa. None of these street parties, they're like, in them own way, them are help boost tourism. None of the street parties, them, the one them in the safe spot, them. Your uptown, I think uptown Mondays and you have boasty choose. You have foreigners flying to go party. But them now do that unless them feel safe. As soon as West Kingston get hot, chat start fire, become Wild West again, you notice Passa off it done. Who are going around this and they cure the party nice. You could have carried the biggest selector and the biggest sound. Once people don't feel safe, them now go nowhere. Crime destroys economic growth. Crime hold on get up people. Stop make Simon tell you about cause man put on treat, man love you. Them love you so much as me say them will drink bleach or move go somewhere else and let the people alone. That's why I love say them interview. Listen, these media houses, these big media houses, when they go into the community them, stop make the kerosene and run come take the mic. Move around and look for some people look at them have sense because some of them people on interview can clearly tell it's an agent them there. Because them too eager to talk. Right. Them too eager to talk and them laugh. Oh, get out the police. If you get, which people now wants the police in the place? Which law-abiding resident now wants the police in the place? The people them know what's going on, who not what's going on. It's just that more time them can't say, yeah man, police if you come and get out them boy, them can't say that because them know what gonna happen. Them know what gonna happen. Notice even the man them on the RGR interview, them still limited now them can't say. Them can't say, police if you come get out the boy, Simon and kill it, them can't say that. Because them still living at the place. So people still don't hear agent I talk to me then I tell people say, yo, we don't want no more police and I have to shake them head. Because them know say, a agent that. Nothing sweet law abiding people in a city community is more than wake up in the morning and tell them I walk to work or them pick them walk to school, them I walk past some soldier and some police. Ask them. Don't ask me. When the place hot, nothing make the people them happier than seeing a checkpoint or regular patrols. You think people are stupid? Only people who are embedded with criminals don't want to see that. Because them know say the gunman them are them baby father anyway, so them safe from the gunman them. But the people them who not lie down with the gunman them want the law to help them. This is common sense. If your brother is bad from, then you don't need a police. No other 87 will come step to you if your brother is bad from. Right. Or if your baby father is bad from, you good. But maybe Lean, we just want to get up and walk go work. And she'll come out her door, she'll tremble because she said the worst thing she want to go buck up on some man. So when she see a checkpoint, when she see police, when she see JDF, she feel good. You hear the man say it. Man said the police the man them actually complain said the police them now show enough presence. That means that the people them want more police. Any resident you see from Rima, they on social media now I tell you about, oh, police them are agent that. Right? Agent of death and destruction. That the man send them to tell you that. So we don't want the police in the place. Because they need them man to can move around freely to terrorize people. Agent. When shatter fire, our business must open. Or the money them little stall must sell. Or picnic for walk on the road. When shatter fire. The girl who do her hairstyle and need residents from outside because her hairstyle they might boast and you need a certain amount of money. She gonna need people from outside the community to come in, they come do business. So all people going to go business and then shatter fire Rima. A man here say 3, 4, 5 people did a Rima. Nobody not go in there. Nobody not go to Tivoli, nobody not go to jungle. Badness keep poor people poor. But for years people get conditioned to believe say, oh, are them man really love it? The man used to give it and give it. If them never exist, you won't need to get the handout in the first place. And this is something where a lot of your favorite fake woke entertainers used to push to. Yeah, them man they really love the poor, really? Really love the poor? Give me some examples. Give me some examples now, apart from your treat and your handout here and there. Give me the examples. If you really love somebody, you put them in a position to help themselves. That is why employment is not handout. When you work for a company now, you're not receiving a handout now. You're receiving what is due to you. That is why if you work for the biggest, no matter which company it is, if you work, if at the end of the month the company say to you, say, we're not paying nothing, you can go down to the Ministry of Labour and you can sue them because you were entitled to your salary. However, if you a beggar man and thing and the man tell you no, you cannot go to the Ministry of Labour and go file a report. You can't say, say, the man up on the ends of me and tell the man say, yo dog, you can't give me 120,000 and the man go tell me say no. And the man, Ministry of Labour want to sue. Nothing can go so. You ain't entitled to nothing. People need to understand. No charity now go help poor people. No feed the poor program now go help poor people. There is no country that has ever escaped poverty on the back of charity. None. Economic development comes through people being able to earn a living. You're the key word, earn a living. Charities are short-term stopgap. Charities are alright right now, people are hungry, alright, see some food. But that can't be maintained to the medium and long term. And anybody who try to keep you on medium and long term charity, no meaning no good. Charities, alright, woke up on them people, we have to do all of them ribs, them hungry, feed them now. But after you feed them, you better start work on a system. Right? Or start give them certain skills so them can feed themselves. Anybody who want to keep you on charity and keep you on them little treat and them little handout forever and ever, no meaning no good. Anything else, but yeah, when you see we give them a treat, that shows we love the poor. That gimmicks. But unfortunately people them fall for it. Yeah, but one time, give me this and give me that. If you haven't seen my video about Charitrix, then if you check it out. You need to check it out. Study almost every dictator in history and you will see they had some kind of Charitrix program. The more lives they destroy, the more laws them right will take away the freedoms of the people. Right? The more them tyranny expand is the more they will step up to free this, free that. Right? The art of Charitrix. So them stifle growth, stifle freedom, and then swoop in, right? And then say, yeah, but look on this to me I give. Same thing gangs do, the poor people. But then everybody can see the trick though. And everybody can see the trick. No fall feet. Even right now, people are going to tell us, yeah, you can go and chat. Remember one time, the man they give me this song, you give nobody nothing. Yeah, we'll see. But one thing we realized, and everybody can be saved. Not everybody can be saved. You have to just left some people, let them learn the hard way. Anyway, Patreon Squad, big up on yourself. PIA, we don't know. No life. Vulture Squad, stay circling. Bless.